Hi there. The way I'm trying to get this channel message out, and it's been just really hard to do, and I'm going to tell you why. So, I originally went outside to do this message, and it was like hard getting it out. It like not coming through. Um, Not that it comes through quickly all the time, but it was just taking a long time to kind of get the message. And then once I had the message, I was just going to do something like this outside. And right as I was about to do it, my neighbor's lawn service came, and I was like, all right, well, I'll just go inside, do a couple things, and then come back out. And it was like an hour later, and they were still out there. So I was like, well, I'll try to do it now. So I started doing it, and I got through the message, but they started mowing the lawn again, and there was a weed whacker too, and that was really loud. So I came back in here to listen to the message, and I was like, well, maybe I could still post it. Well, I accidentally deleted it. So here I am in this room, and normally I would go in the office, but it's like too hot in there. So here we are. Um, and I want to say, because part of the reason why the message is not really wanting to come through, a lot of it has to do with you. And what I mean by that is that, or me, or whatever, is that being ready for the message, or trying to open yourself up to the message, and kind of like getting in your own way so you can't receive the message because you're comfortable where you're at, right? But I do get the sense that there might be like people, for instance, that might be kind of getting in the way too of you moving forward. Okay. But I also think I've got chills on that. So I also think there's kind of like it's part of, I'm going to talk about the loop. It's part of your like mind, the loop in what you believe to be true, or um, what these people made you believe about yourself, and what you're capable of doing, um, and just, leaving kind of these old ideas and old beliefs that you've carried forward because of other people. Okay, so that took longer than I thought, but it's fine. And I'm not wearing my glasses because they were like really glaring the screen, but let's hope I can read this. So white butterflies. I have been seeing them so much in my backyard. It's insane. And there was the same white butterfly that is always in my backyard, but it like did not leave the whole time during the message. And butterflies represent transformation, but because it was white, that's very peaceful, and it really ties into my message. So that's really good. And then while I was doing the message, like right at the beginning, I was getting kind of like tingling right here under my eye, like my cheekbone area, and then the top of my head. And then I was on the right side, by the way, and then on the left side of my shoulder was kind of in pain. So it's interesting. It's kind of like feels like a balance, trying to balance both sides of things. But with the under the eye, I feel like for a lot of you, if you resonate with the fact that you might know things, like you might see things, like that's going to amp up. But I feel like the overall message is just you seeing things clearer, okay, than you did before. So here's the message. There's something rhythmic slash relaxing as I sit with this energy. And that was part of like why it was taking a while to come through too, because it's like slowing down, right? And which I'll talk about. It feels enchanting. And the kind of vibe I was getting, even though it's like really light out, it's daytime, I was kind of picturing the nighttime in my backyard, and maybe some fireflies and lights. It was just giving a really comfy vibe, and I loved it. It feels as if I am slowing down after a long period of constant motion. And I am talking about myself, but this is the message for whoever it resonates with, right? So if you've felt that, that's what's happening. There is a strong sense of deja vu, but it isn't deja vu, which I was like, what? So I had to sit there for a minute with that. So what I get from that is you slowing down and sitting with yourself is going to change things for you. There has been pattern loops with routines, the mind, and behaviors that you are breaking free from. Okay? The mind is the big one, though. The mind. It's been very tough for me to get this message out, and it's because there's been immense fog surrounding you and me. Okay, it's like, um, you know, just not being able to break free from these things. So it's like you can't. That's why the message was. It was just hard to get it out, is what I'm trying to say, and I don't know how to say it. Um, there is a belief that this is outside of you, but you created the fog in order to stay in the loop. Okay, so that's what I was saying. It's like, you might identify with the fact that you've kind of always been a person that blames other people, or might play the victim, or might complain, or you want justice, you want fairness, kind of thing. And I'm not digging on you, because I resonate with that too. So that's kind of what's coming through with this message. It's like you need to realize that you're the one standing in your way, but also the mind loop is kind of like what's been keeping you stuck, is you looking at other people and maybe saying, and maybe you're not directly saying like, oh, it's your fault that I'm still stuck in this space that I don't want to be in. Or maybe you're just focusing so much on them that so you don't have to focus on yourself. Whatever it means for you, like, it's not them. Okay, even if this is like past people who really hurt you, it's not them, it's you. You get to decide I've got chills. You get to decide where you put your energy. And the more that you stay back here or focus on that, how you've been wronged, or resentment, or, anything like that, or worry's a big one too, about, what's going to happen with things in general. It might be with a person, but it could be just life. The more you're going to stay in that loop. Okay, that's the loop you're in. It's just a constant every day. That's the deja vu. It's the same thing every day, right? And you don't like that. You don't want it anymore. There's a breakthrough that you will have, or are in the process of having, that will break you free of it. And the slowing down that I talked about earlier is the peace you've been yearning for. So Spirit is really asking for you, if you haven't done this, to sit with yourself and see where you might be directing your energy towards other people, instead of like sitting with yourself and taking care of yourself, and or just like seeing how you're contributing to the situation or the people or whatever. Shoot, there was another message I had that I said when I was outside, and do 1 second. The loop. It was something about the loop. Gosh darn it. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh, what I was gonna say. Okay, so I've given this message a lot. Like a lot. I'm like, really, this message again? But I resonate with it now too. So wherever you're at with these pattern loops, especially the mind, okay, this is all tied to the mind, all of it. This one that's coming through now is like the big one that's really gonna free you. Like, chills everywhere. And you might not be there yet. Maybe you just started like, it's literally like you have to break free of this loop, and then you have to break free of this loop, and then like, so and I mean, there's still going to be things that you have to break free from, right? That's healing. It's constant. Well, not constant, but like whenever it happens, right? But this particular one that's like really ingrained in you, that's a big one, is really going to break you free wherever you're at. Hope this helps you.